स्टूडेंट, आज का टॉपिक है फीमा। इससे पहले हमने एक्जिम पॉलिसी के बारे में डिस्कस किया था और आज फॉरेन एक्सचेंज मैनेजमेंट एक्ट 1999। द फॉरेन एक्सचेंज मैनेजमेंट एक्ट यानी फेमा 1999 रिप्लेस द फॉरेन एक्सचेंज रेगुलेशन एक्ट फेरा 1973। 1973 में फेरा यानी फॉरेन एक्सचेंज रेगुलेशन एक्ट सेटअप किया गया था। तो इसको रिप्लेस किया गया 1999 में और इसकी जगह फेमा लाया गया यानी फॉरेन एक्सचेंज मैनेजमेंट एक्ट, which regulated the foreign exchange transactions in India and which sought to control certain aspect of the conduct of business outside the country by Indian companies and in India by foreign companies. The FEMA Foreign Exchange Management Act, which came into effect from January 1, 2000 और 2000 से 1 जनवरी 2000 से इसने सुचारू रूप से काम सेटअप किया, इसको अमल में लाया गया। एक्सटेंड टू द होल ऑफ इंडिया एंड ऑल्सो अप्लाइज टू ऑल ब्रांचेस, ऑफिसेस एंड एजेंसीज आउटसाइड इंडिया owned or controlled by person resident in India. Objectives of FEMA. There are two objectives are given below. Number one is to facilitate external trade and payments, यानी कि outside India. To promote the orderly development and maintenance of foreign exchange market. इसके बाद नेक्स्ट टॉपिक आता है स्कोप ऑफ फेमा। FEMA provides related some scope are given below. Number one is free transactions on current account subject to reasonable restrictions that may be imposed. Number two, RBI controls over capital account transaction. Number three, control over realization of export proceeds. Number four, adjudication of offences. Number five, Directorate of Enforcement. Number six, last, appeal provision including special director यानी कि appeals and appellate tribunal. स्टूडेंट देखिए नेक्स्ट टॉपिक प्रोविजंस ऑफ FEMA. Some provisions are given below. Number one is dealing in foreign exchange, section 3. Section 3 of FEMA imposed restrictions on dealing in foreign exchange and foreign security and payment to and received from any person outside India. Deals in any foreign exchange security with any person other than authorized person. Make any payment to or for the credit of any person resident outside India in any manner. Enter into any financial transaction in India as a consideration for or in association with acquisition or transfer of a right to acquire. Number 2, holding of foreign exchange, section 4. No person resident in India shall acquire, hold, own, possess or transfer any foreign exchange, foreign security or any immovable property situated outside India without permission from the Reserve Bank. Number 3, current account transaction, section 5. Any person may sell or draw foreign exchange to or from an authorized person if such sale or drawal is a current account transaction. Number 5. नेक्स्ट वन नंबर 4 बचा है कैपिटल अकाउंट ट्रांजेक्शन, सेक्शन 6. Any person may sell or draw foreign exchange to or from an authorized person for a capital account transaction. The Reserve Bank may, in consultation with the central government, specify any class or classes of capital account transactions which are permissible and limit up to which foreign exchange shall be admissible for such transaction. Number 5, export of goods and services, section 7. Every exporters of goods or services shall furnish to the Reserve Bank details regarding the export value of such goods or services. Number 6, realization and repatriation of foreign exchange, section 8. Where any amount of foreign exchange is due or accrued to any person resident in India, such a person shall take step to realize and repatriate in India such foreign exchange within a specified period of time. स्टूडेंट, बिजनेस एनवायरनमेंट में ये लास्ट यूनिट बचती है. यूनिट 5 आज स्टार्ट होगी. इंटरनेशनल बिजनेस एनवायरनमेंट. इंटरनेशनल ट्रेड इज एक्सचेंज ऑफ कैपिटल, गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज across international borders or territories. In most countries, it represents a significant share of gross domestic product यानी GDP. While international trade has been present throughout much of history, its economic, social and political importance has been on the rise in recent countries. All countries need goods and services to satisfy wants of their people. Production of goods and services requires resources. Every country has limited resources. No country can produce all goods and services than it requires. International trade means trade between two or more countries. It means international trade involves different currencies of different countries and is regulated by law, rules and regulation of the concerned countries. Thus, international trade is more complex. Student, इंटरनेशनल बिजनेस क्या है? इंटरनेशनल बिजनेस अपने गुड्स को, सर्विसेज को दूसरे कंट्री में सेल करना, इसमें गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज को अदर कंट्री में बिजनेस करना, जैसे कुछ इंपोर्ट या कुछ एक्सपोर्ट करना ही इंटरनेशनल बिजनेस कहलाता है. क्योंकि कोई भी देश अपने आप में ऐसा सक्षम नहीं है जो अपने पीपल, अपने लोगों की पूरी नीड को पूर्ति कर सके. जैसे हम कुछ देशों से पेट्रोल, डीजल इंपोर्ट करते हैं तो उसके बदले गेहूं, चावल एक्सपोर्ट करते हैं। एक कंट्री के साथ, एक देश दूसरी कंट्री के साथ इंपोर्ट एक्सपोर्ट करना इंटरनेशनल बिजनेस कहलाता है। इट मीन्स इट इज इंक्लूड इकोनॉमी, सोशल, कल्चरल, पॉलिटिकल, लॉ एंड टेक्नोलॉजी, इन सभी टर्म को इंटरनल एनवायरनमेंट सबसे अधिक महत्वपूर्ण है। देखिए इसका नेक्स्ट टॉपिक स्टूडेंट, देखिए नेक्स्ट टॉपिक फ्रेमवर्क ऑफ इंटरनेशनल बिजनेस एनवायरनमेंट। सम एलिमेंट्स आर रिलेटेड फॉर फ्रेमवर्क। Number one is international cultural environment. It means the cultural environment is one of the critical component of international trading environment and one of the most difficulty to understand. This is because the cultural environment is essential unseen. It has been described as shared, commonly held body of general belief and value and determine what is right for the group, such as history, language, religion, geographic location, government and education, and thus firms begin a cultural analysis by seeking to understand these factors. Number two, international political environment. The political environment refers to the type of government, the government relationship with business, and the political risk in a country. Example जैसे कि constitutional, military and non-military. Also government changes in different ways. For example, by regular election, occasional election, death, but government business relationship also differ from country to country. Next is international legal and regulatory environment. The global legal environment refers to the legal environment in international business. The legal environment regulates the operations of firms in international markets. It is sufficient for a firm operating at the domestic level to stick to regulations of the land, but organizations operating in different countries. Next, international economic environment. The economic environment can be very different from one nation to another. Countries are often divided into three main categories: the more developed, industrialized, or less developed, third world, a newly industrializing and emerging economy. Next, number 5, international social environment. When a firm operates in an international business environment, is an individual is bound by the society in which people live. It needs to understand the importance of society. Society class is an important part of the society. Next, the international technological environment. Technological environment, like its counterparts, political and legal, wield considerable influence on international business. Technology is a major driving force both in international marketing and in the move toward a more global marketplace. Next, number 7, international ecological, natural environment. Environment conversion is an integral part of the socio-economic development. The growing population, high degree of urbanization, and step rise to energy use has affected the sustainability of environment. Student, thank you, student.